Welcome to the official YouTube channel of Bumi Olabode. Kindly subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like this video, comment and share to others. Thank you. A strange store. The girls got to the marketplace and walked down to a jewelry store. Nothing seemed suspicious as traders were selling and customers were buying yam at a jewelry store. The guards stood for some minutes before leaving the spot. As the guards were going, one of the guards noticed something on the floor. He picked it up and handed it over to another guard. Dele Shola identified it as one of his child toy at home. He kept wondering who could have brought it to Iware village, as his own village is Ajuni, far from Iware. As they were talking, a woman ran into the market, crying, shouting, and calling for help. It was Dele Shola's wife. The girls at the market people surrounded her. A market woman came out to explain. Dele Shola's wife explained how she was bathing her child at the backyard and entered the house to take something only to get back and could not see her child again. She searched but could not find her child. It was when she got to Iware village that she knew her husband was at the market. People started leaving the market in fear. Jerry was standing at the store entrance. He came out of the store so people won't say he did not care about what was happening. Some royal guards entered the marketplace. It was the king that sent them to search every shops and buildings in the market. Aridunu had gone to the king with her husband to report the ugly incidents that happened earlier. The king then sent some guards to search and guard the marketplace. Ajorin became nervous and locked the store entrance. The search started. Everyone was instructed to open their shops. Dele Shola and his team also joined the royal guards in the search. They were moving from one shop to another, searching and checking. It got to Ajorin's store and he was ordered to open the store. Ajorin asked the guys on what order. The royal guards showed him the royal staff that the king gave the guards. When Ajorin refused to open the store, Dele Shola forcefully opened it with an axe that he found in another shop. The missing of his child contributed to his anger that made him open with force. Oloye Otun and Aridunu were running toward the marketplace. Oloye Otun kept shouting and saying, "The evil shall be exposed without delay." Dele Shola with other royal guards entered the store, while Oloye Otun with the villagers stood outside. Some minutes later, Dele Shola came out with a sad look. His wife ran to him to ask him for what made him sad and why other guards were here to come out. Dele Shola refused to talk to anyone. This made Oloye Otun to enter the store. It was when Oloye Otun entered that he saw many children sitting on the floor. Their hands and legs were tied together. The guys loosed the children and carried them out of the store. Some parents could identify their children among. They were joyfully hugging them. Dele Shola's child was not among the children. His wife was sad and rolled herself to the floor. The guards arrested Ajorin and villagers followed as the guards took Ajorin to the palace. The king ordered that Ajorin should be put in prison. There was a great noise among the villagers as the villagers were not pleased with the king's judgment. Everyone seems to be furious. Oloye Otun was sad. Dele Shola could not stop the tears coming from his eyes. Aridunu was surprised to hear the final judgment of the king. Dele Shola's wife was crying profusely, calling the gods of the land to find a child for her. The villagers left quietly. Everyone seems to have one or two things to say. To even think two of the king's grandchildren got missing, and the king still thought of passing a merciful judgment on that man. It's surprising. Ayoka said to her friend Rita on their way back to the house. Do you think the king too is innocent? Maybe both of them are into it, Rita said. Ayoka told Rita to be careful of her words. That the word has an ear does not mean it can speak unless there is someone to deliver the message to. Rita responded. They walked down to their houses, gisting and talking about the incident. That night, the king went to the prison gate where Ajori was. The king told Ajori to move closer to the entrance and advised him to run away. Angry villagers might beat him to death. Ajori smiled and said, "Beat me to death? When I have you, never." It was at this point that the king spoke angrily and loudly to him. You think I did not feel the pain? You took my grandchildren and left a bitter hole in my heart. Do you realize you have trespassed my only grandchildren? The king said furiously. Ajori replied the king, I heard you were looking for your missing children, but I did not know how possible for royal children to walk without guides. Maybe they were among the children sent to Melita country last month. The king could not hold his tears. So, upon all my daily supply of yams to your store, so that the child trafficking will not be known, is this how you want to repay me? The king said furiously. Ajori tried to plead with the king, but the king was not ready to listen. The king left the prison yard so annoyed.